anybody get it, man. We gon' rise up, we rise up. If you come against the king, man, we gon' rise up. If you come against our Elohim, we gon' rise up. It don't matter, anybody get it, man. We gon' rise up, we rise up, and rise up.
Oh me, oh my. Atheist tweeting OMG. Life came to a standstill and then got real with them prophecies. Every time we done pass go, monopolize the monopoly. You give us 200, take 300, charge us for the property. Y'all gave us this authority. To be honest, got it honestly. Which means we are joint heirs. Siamese twins on a trampoline. We speak what he wrote. Melania's speech, Michelle's notes. Israel hit the ground running like a breech birth cause we got hope. Hold up. Yeshua is the Messiah. It's his will over our will, so we call that student driver. He calls us his song. Sorry, Mariah. Postally carry these notes. Addressing all outsiders, we will rise up.
If you come against the scriptures, man, we gon' rise up. If you come against our heritage, we gon' rise up. It don't matter, anybody get it, man. We gon' rise up, we rise up. If you come against the king, man, we gon' rise up. If you come against our Elohim, we gon' rise up. It don't matter, anybody get it, man. We gon' rise up, we rise up.
Yeah.
Rise up. And rise up.
Rise up in the morning, see my people in poverty, crying out to my people. They asking me why you bother me. Slaves, we living in colonies, walking like zombies who bred with lobotomies. Even preacher man and creature man, down low with them sodomies. And no, it isn't an oddity, rather the norm. So check the academy. They say pimpin' ain't easy. I guess that's the academy. Rise, I'm getting that out of me. Know that they lie to me, no longer lie to me. Yeshua flipped up the process. Yeah, I molded the pottery. Hold up. What they gonna do when they show up? Will they ever grow up? Cause some rather free with a bowl than to run and plant seed with a sower. You remember Noah? What you gonna be when the blow, when they haven't received, then it roll up? Then you're gonna go up. You better reread what you know of mainframe, DP, and to go up.
If you come against the scriptures, man, we gon' rise up. If you come against our heritage, we gon' rise up. It don't matter, anybody get it, man. We gon' rise up, we rise up. If you come against the king, man, we gon' rise up. If you come against our Elohim, we gon' rise up. It don't matter, anybody get it, man. We gon' rise up, we rise up, and rise up. Judah, rise up. Benjamin, rise up. Levi, rise up. Asher, we gon' rise up. Naphtali, rise up. Reuben, rise up. Issachar, rise up. Zebulun, we gon' rise up. Manasseh, rise up. Ephraim, rise up. Gad, rise up. Dan, we gon' rise up. 12 tribes, rise up. 12 tribes, rise up. 12 tribes, rise up. 12 tribes, rise up.
Hey, shalom, y'all. Shalom. It's Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat. And as you can see, the title of today's show is Understanding the Game. This is in the shadow of the Jamel Robertson shooting. Just go over some scriptures to keep our nation alert and aware, and making sure they understand how to properly navigate through these situations. But anyway, I'm going to continue inviting people in here. If you're watching on YouTube, shalom to you. If you're watching on Facebook, shalom. So we'll be getting started here in about a minute or two. So just enjoy the music, and we'll be getting started.
Rebirth. Sometimes we focus on them curses, but them promises put fire in your soul. Fire.
Yeah.
Fire in my soul.
So much fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire in my soul.
Shut up in my bones.
Fire. Fire in my soul. The promises to Zion, they put fire in my soul. got y'all all turned up. Tell me what's going on. So many Israelites searching who they are and preparing to go home. Wait a minute, I thought this was home, but you speak of another place. We in the land of our enemies in captivity, but the gathering is taking place. Fire, 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 fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fire in my soul.
So much fire.
Fire, fire, fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fire in my soul.
Shut up in my bones.
Fire, fire, fire. Fire in my soul. The promises to Zion, they put fire in my soul. Ever since I woke up and finding what belongs to me, I want my crown and my robe like the saints of old, my legacy and history. Wait a minute, I thought you was the children of slaves, but you're telling me you're kings and queens. We the chosen of Yah, the apple of his eye, the original royalty. Fire, 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 fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fire in my soul.
So much fire.
Fire, fire, fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fire in my soul.
Shut up in my bones.
Fire, fire, fire. Fire in my soul. The promises to Zion, they put fire in my soul.
Rebirth, fire in my soul, all flames in the members. Ruach, contained in our members. Ruach, Jeremiah, cause it shut up in our bones. Can't sleep so deep like it came in syringes. Why? Cause our king is tremendous. Most high, serial contenders. Hallelujah, Abaya, Yahusha, Yahuda, Yahuda. Get them hands up in the sky.
Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Fire, fire, fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fire in my soul.
So much fire.
Alright, shalom y'all, shalom, shalom. It's your boy Michael Israel here. You're watching Spiritual Combat, and again the title of this show is Understanding the Game. And that is in regards to this, to the shooting that happened. I'm not sure if it was yesterday. The brother's name was Jamal or Jamel Robinson. If you're not familiar with the situation, the brother was he was a security guard at a club, and somebody came in the club and they had a gun. I don't know if they had shot it or whatever, but he was a security guard there, and he subdued the person, the shooter, had the shooter on the ground, had his security jacket on, said security on the front and back. He called the cops to come. Cops came. Everybody in the club or who was around the cop was telling him, "Hey, this is a security guard," and cop shot him and killed him anyway. Okay, and what I'm going to do is go straight down the middle, tell you what the book says about this, because what you're going to find is that scripture, man, the times are evil. It's a dangerous time out here right now. And if we walk according to the Most High Yah's laws, statutes, and commandments, we can, it's wisdom to navigate this, what appears to be a confusing and frustrating playing field. Okay? So, what I'm going to do in this lesson today is, we're going to go through this stuff. Okay? we're going to break this stuff down. All right? So that's the story. And I did a lesson a couple days before this happened, just talking about gun safety and the fact that when you begin carrying a gun, when you conceal carry, your most your biggest threat to your life is now the cops. Because if you don't act safely with that gun, when it comes to dealing with the cops, they'll shoot you quick because they're trained to. Okay? Hold on one sec. And you know what's funny with the cops? Hey, shalom, brother Eric. Good to see you in there. And shalom to y'all watching on YouTube and Facebook and everything. You know what's funny is a lot of people think, okay, and I understand why they think this. It makes sense to me. Okay, well, what the answer is we need more black cops. Like, that's the solution. What we have to do is we need more black cops, and in that way, we'll cut down on the shootings. But what people don't understand is, by the nature of their the way they train cops up, it's not like a lot. Now, you got a bunch of bad cops out there. We talked about this. Okay, that FBI report that came out, I think, in 2006, saying, and the FBI was worried at the number of white supremacist organizations infiltrating the justice system. Okay, so so you have a lot of that in there, but and I got something else just popped on my mind. That's why I'm sitting here studying. But anyway, a lot of brothers and sisters think that if I go on the police force, well, now I can make a difference. But by the nature of the training, is it the basic way that you're trained in the police force, and the policies are designed to oppress us. Okay? And you've even had brothers and sisters go in there with a good nature and a good spirit to help protect our people. There was a sister who got punched in her mouth for trying to stand up against a cop who she saw was oppressing our people. There is a environment or whatever, or a hierarchy or inside group, or however you want to call it, in there that's against you. If you stand up against another cop when they're doing wrong, it could threaten your life. Okay, they could slow down responding to you when you need help out in the field. So there's a whole bunch that goes into that. Okay, yeah. So hold on one second here. All right. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into that that you have to consider when it comes to that. All right. 1 second, just getting things set up over here. All right. So yeah, there's a lot to be considered if you're wanting to become a cop, and that's not the solution. The solution is, like the title of this show says, the solution to things is understanding the game. Understanding what team you play on, what the rules of the game are, and that's the problem with our people. That's what we need to do. That's how we need to wake our people up or wake us up as a nation. So with that said, let's get into the scripts and let me break down how and what we need to do to protect ourselves in these types of situations. Okay? Shalom, Larice. You put, why our people want to be and stay cops never ceases to amaze me. A lot of them are brainwashed by society, culture. Um, it's almost like encouraged, and it's like a good thing to do. Uh, Another big thing, and I talked about this earlier, is it's one of the things put in front of them. Outside of being an entertainer, you know, a rapper or a performer or a athlete, it's the military, and then these are the things that are put in front of our people as career options, which I'm gonna do a show on career options, so our people could see that there's other options out there. Okay, but that is just one of the things they see. A teacher, these basic things that are put in front of them. And what it's my responsibility, because I have this platform. I'm gonna do a show showing you career options that are out there for you, alternatives to this stuff. Okay. But like I said on this, I'm trying to get you ready, but I'm coming straight down the middle. Let me read the scriptures first. It says, "Keep thee far from the man that have power to kill." Okay. It says, "Keep thee far." Does it say, well, you could kind of work with them? No, it said keep far from them. Okay. I'm trying to show you what it doesn't say. It doesn't say, oh, well, you could be around him in a good capacity. No, the Most High Yah say, keep thee far from the man that had the power to kill. These cops have the power to kill. I'm not talking about what their stated policies that are written down are. I'm not talking about what they say in press conferences. I'm not talking about what they tell you in the movies. I'm talking about the book says you can know something by its fruits. You can watch action and know what you're dealing with. They're killers. Okay? Do all you can to stay away from them. And to limit your contact with them. And right there, in that capacity, you're going to greatly improve your chances of survival. Okay? This is important. Okay? So, keep thee far from them that have the power to kill you. Okay? Or to kill. It says, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. Okay? And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Okay? You're like, y'all are saying, like, I can hear what y'all saying now. Well, Brother Jamel, he didn't make any fault with him. And to a certain extent, yeah, he didn't. The dude was doing his job. And it's sad. But you gotta, like, we gotta pull off the revised Roman Empire glasses. We gotta take off those glasses and stop looking through everything through the understanding of this revised Roman Empire mindset. This cultural mindset that everybody looks at stuff, you can't look at it like that. You gotta strip that away and look at it from a biblical perspective. Cops kill us. We've seen it over and over again. Avoid them by any means necessary. Just stay away from them. And if you are around them, make sure it is in a completely, totally innocent, where they can't even get it confused capacity. Okay? That is what you have to do. You can't be in any capacity where they could get it twisted. If you are a black man with a gun, I don't care what the situation is, your chances, and a cop is around you, your chances of getting shot spike off way up into the 90s. Okay? Y'all seen the video where they were doing the open carry test? It was a white dude and a black dude. White dude walked down the street with the AR around his shoulder. Cop didn't really bother him. Black dude walked down the same street, same AR, and the cops made him get to the ground. And if you ask me, that black dude was stupid because he could have ended up getting himself shot trying to prove that thing. But I mean, it was good that he proved that. Okay? You just gotta look at stuff raw the way it is. You can't listen to the society's narrative and what these other nations are trying to tell you. And then you got our people trying to tell you what these other nations are saying to you. No, you got to look at it the way it T.I. is. All right? So look. It says, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death, and if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares. What's a snare? They're traps and tricks. You know, this brother thought he was just going out to be a security guard. You know what I'm saying? This brother thought he was, hey, I'm a security guard. They said he was aspiring to eventually be a cop. That's a trap. The snare is, oh, yeah, cops are fair and this, that, and the other. That's the trick. A snare is a trap. Okay? It's a trap. And in order to trap you and kill you, you got to not know what the heck you walking into. These cops are trained. I see people that in these videos, people go out there, argue with these cops, smart off to them. Boy, you putting your life at risk. Okay? You are putting your life in danger. You might be sitting there mouthing off to the Grand Wizard of the KKK, sitting right there in a police uniform, just waiting for the perfect opportunity to put a round in you. He don't care what the heck you do and what your history is. He don't like you. How does he know he don't like you? He's identifying that by a unrighteous act of just looking at your color and saying, I don't like you. And the Bible tells us, don't judge a person that way. You judge them by their actions. Okay? But that's how these other nations judge us, is by color. Okay? So I'm not telling you go out there and judging by their color, but by their actions, by their history, by their, you'll know them by their fruits. Okay? So, so it says you go out. It says, remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. It's a war out there. And the reason why this thing is titled Understanding the Game is we don't know what the rules of the game are. We don't know why we out there and what we out there doing. But it's a war out there. It's no joke. Shalom, Monica. Shalom, Sheba. Shalom, MTC Taker. All right. So we got to use wisdom out here. One of the things I said when I was doing my gun safety lesson a couple days ago, and this situation is, it's a perfect example of what I was saying. In any capacity, I don't care whether you on the good guys teams or the bad guys team, you greatly limit the threat to your life if you practice that rule of 3. Don't be in dumb places at dumb times around dumb people. You can't. because then the threat to your life greatly increases. Okay, he was in a club. I guess it was a nightclub. You know, so that's not a good place at a dumb time, which was late night. Those hours after, you know, after sundown, you know, whatever, those late night hours around dumb people. Some guy came in there with a gun in the nightclub and was shooting. And yeah, I understand he was a security guard doing his job, but we have to walk circumspectly. A lot of sinful people are in these nightclubs, evident by somebody coming up in there with a gun. You got to, it's dangerous out here now. And our people of our nation who aren't in this truth are getting swept away quicker in a sin. So we have to use wisdom. We have to walk circumspectly out here. Okay? So he fully had fulfilled or violated the rule of three. Being in you know, or and to make it even not so harsh, unsafe places at unsafe times around unsafe people. You know? And, you know, and not even him being a security guard. How about the other people that were in the club when this cop came in there and shot? They could have got shot. But all these people were out there. You can't be up in nightclubs. That's dangerous, man. Okay? So, it's that rule of three. Don't be in dumb places at dumb times around dumb people because they could get you killed. Whether you're directly involved with the situation or whether you're a bystander off to the side. Okay? All right. So, let me read that script. Well, I have the scripture. I'll put the scripture up here for you. Keep thee far from the man that have the power to kill. Stay away from these cops if you can avoid it. And if you can't, it tells you what to do. It says, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. If you got a gun, don't let the cop see it. You know, if he does ask to see your gun, keep your hands up, move slow, don't argue with him, you know, and just de-escalate the situation as quick and with as much wisdom as you can. Cooperate with the daggone cop. Don't get him turned up because he'd love to put a bullet in you. A lot of them would. And I'm saying this just strictly by action, what I've seen. Hey, shalom, Sharad, shalom, Sister Cardina. So yeah, I'm judging this strictly by their behavior, what I've seen. Okay? Let's read another verse here. It says, agree with thine adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him. So don't be out there arguing with these cops. Okay? Contrary to what all these silly YouTube videos are out here telling you, some retired detective get up there and tell you, oh yeah, this is how you trick a cop and get over on him and get out of tickets and this, that, and other. You don't have to show him your ID. You don't have to show him your ID. He has to give you probable cause and all this. And I show you 20 videos of people risking their lives, getting tased and beat because they refuse to show them their ID. Stop being stupid and listening to stupid people. Show them your ID, comply, because like I said, the unwritten rule that I've formulated just by watching their actions is comply or die. If you ain't in compliance with what they believe you're supposed to be or whatever, you're going to die. All right? So that's their rule. All right. So let's get another verse here. We're going to go because I'm going to show you what I'm talking about is right here in the Bible. And we're in a day and time where if you're not complying with God's word, He's going to kill you. Like, he gonna let these other nations crush you. And why is he gonna let these other nations keep shooting our brothers and sisters down? Because we got to wake up. We got to realize what the game is. We got to realize what team we play on. We got to realize what the rules of this game are. And that, you know, going out there, because what are they going to do? They're going to go out there. This is what's going to happen with this thing. They're going to violate the rule again. They're going to do... all right, there we go. All right. So here's another scripture I'm pulling up. They're going to go out there. They're going to march. And again, they're going to be in another stupid place at a stupid time around stupid people. Out there marching. That's another high-risk situation. Okay? And it does nothing. We've been marching since the 60s or 70s. I mean, since the 50s or 60s. It ain't done nothing. They still killing us at the same rate. It ain't even slowed it up. If anything, it's accelerated. What do we have to do? The solution is coming together as a nation. Okay. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 25. It says, agree with thine adversary quickly whilst thou art in the way. So while you out there, if you do come in contact with a cop or something like that, agree with him quick. Let me see your ID. You was out here speeding. No, I wasn't. No. Let me see your ID. Yes, sir. Boom. Let me see this. Boom. Yes, sir. Keep your hand shown. Let them see your eyes. You know. Okay? Agree with your adversary. If you don't know that these cops is your adversary, no, they're my friends. He's my neighborhood. He's here to protect my neighborhood. He is here to protect your neighborhood from you. If you think I'm lying, the last time I did this lesson, that same day, a brother was walking through his own suburban neighborhood and a cop pulled up on him and said, let me see your ID. What you doing here? He said, I live here. Give me your ID. Boom. He gave him his ID. The brother walked home. And guess what he walked home with? His life. Okay? Agree with your adversary quickly whilst thou art in the way with him. If you don't think these folks are not your adversary, then, the brother was a security guard and they shot him. And I don't know. They probably shot him in his back. Because he didn't have this wisdom of the Most High Yah that Yah has given us on how to deal with our adversaries. Okay? So it says, adversary quickly whilst thou art in the way with him. Lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou get cast into prison. Or get put to death. Okay? Adversary. Okay? All right, we're going to go to another verse here. It's going to be Proverbs. All right. Proverbs 16:7. It says, when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Did it say he make even his enemies to kill him? No, to be at peace. And when it says when a man's ways please the Lord, what does it mean by that? Does it mean go up in church and get sweaty and emotional from yelling and jumping up and down and shouting? No. It means when you actually apply what this word is telling you, it will keep you alive. His word is life and wisdom. This is, you see what I'm saying? This ain't no emotional high, mental ascension, emotional ascension, feel good, and then, okay, he's pleased with me. No. This is literal, practical instruction of what to do. with wisdom, and it will happen. You apply this when you're at work, with your job, when you come in contact with anybody from another nation, and with your own people too. It will keep you alive. It will help you to make wise moves in life so you don't get killed. Okay? It's real talk. Shalom, Sister Bara. Shalom, Sister Tammy. Yeah, I got up extra early this morning. I see I beat a bunch of y'all up. I see y'all just now rolling out of bed, getting on here. Shalom, Sister Patricia. Let's see. Shalom, Israelite Gifts. I see you in there. Shalom, all y'all. All right, let's press on. Ecclesiasticus 8:14. Okay? And I'll pull that up for y'all. Get that up here. We can see that one. Okay? And it says, let me make it bigger so y'all can see it. Go not to law with a judge, for they will judge for him according to his honor. Okay? So, again, just to break down what that means is, you come in contact with these cops and they're doing something to piss you off, don't be up in their face arguing with them, trying to get them angrier. I keep telling y'all, I've worked with a lot of cops. When I was in the Air National Guard, I was an aircraft mechanic. And one weekend a month, because I was full-time, but one weekend a month, the part-time people, Air National Guard members would come out. And some of them were cops. And I'd be training them on how to work on a plane. And they'd let down their guard because I'm talkative, kind of got a little bit of charisma, whatever. They let down their guard and they talk to me. And I'm telling you, and some of them were certifiably crazy. I was like, yo. And the joke in our shop with some of the cops I work with was like, yo, they let this dude run around with a gun. Like, we'd say it to him. And he'd be like, he'd laugh. But I wasn't playing. I be telling these people, man, if you out there arguing with cops and not being obedient and doing what they say, you have no idea how you're putting your life at risk. You don't know who you standing there in front of. I told you, man, these white supremacist organizations have infiltrated the law enforcement years ago. Now they're, because the influx happened in 2006. Well, it's over 10 years later. These is now veteran cops running stuff. And you wondering why you see a spike in these shootings and all that stuff. Come on. But yet some dude who go and on mass shooting and shooting people in the head in the grocery store, they bring him in alive. If anybody's speaking any different on this thing, that's crazy. Because a lot of people are so brainwashed by this revised Roman Empire that we live in, and what they say by the news and all that they're so brainwashed that they can't even judge a person's actions righteously. These people are killing you. And the cop is not going to go to jail. Because if he can articulate that he felt threatened for his life, he might serve a little bit of probation. Exactly. Sister Israelite Gifts, she made a good statement, and I'm going to elaborate on what she said because that's heavy. A lot of our people hate authority and are argumentative. And that's why the Most High Yah uses these other nations as a belt to whip you. And what do? Yeah, I point out these other nations are wicked, but the solution to it is being obedient and humble and dealing with them wisely and just complying with what they say if it doesn't go against Torah. The same applies at your job when you're at work. Do what your supervisor tells you. But a lot of our people want to argue against them, get up in their face. And what did your mother do when you tried to grab the belt? You get a worse whooping. Okay? This thing ain't complicated, man. It's not complicated. Okay? The Most High Yah uses these other nations as a belt to whoop you. You can't be like the Christians and try to give the belt a hug, but you can't be like some of these extreme people who try to grab the belt. Because when you grab that belt and you were getting a whooping, that whooping got worse. What you got to do is avoid a whooping and be obedient to the Most High Yah's laws, statutes, and commandments. And like that brother who came on here, he had did some jail time, Nathan, he said, if you keep the Most High Yah's laws, then you're going to keep their laws and then some. And it's not going to be an issue. And your enemy will be at peace with you. Hey, shalom, Judah Mac. Shalom, brother. Good to see you in there. Okay. So, all right. So let's see. So that is go not to law with the just. So stop trying to fight him and just be obedient. All right. Let me see what else I got. Okay. It says servants. No, this is Matthew 10:16. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." Where you have to be wise as a serpent is when it comes to when you're dealing with these people. For instance, and people, y'all need to share this video so other people could reach somebody who could be the next victim of a cop or one of these situations. Okay? Where you have to be wise is, hey, did the job I choose put me in a situation where I'm going to have a lot of contact with these police? You know what I'm saying? Did the job that I chose put me in a predicament where I'm going to be in stupid places at stupid times around stupid people? Okay? These are the questions you got to ask. This is wisdom. Okay? Because when you violate those 3 laws, those 3 rules or whatever, you're going to put your life at risk. Okay? So that's important, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, we need this message. Hope they listen. Yeah. And this is the thing. I used to get very frustrated with people who, and I'll say this too. I wasted a lot of time trying to reach and put effort into reaching people. Okay, I put a lot of effort into that. Okay. Hold on one sec. So I put a lot of effort into trying to reach people who didn't want to hear the message or whatever. But what I've realized now, and kind of the way I set this platform up that I got, is zero frustration. If you want to watch and listen, you tune in, and nobody, at best you could put something in the comments, and then I can just talk and show you scripturally or whatever. And if you don't want to hear it, you just one click and I'm out of your life, you know? And it's so stress-free. And the way I came to this realization is I began to see the stress in my life with trying to deal with ignorant people, and then I found scriptures backing up, basically saying, tell somebody once, tell them twice, keep it moving. And then God will, he'll teach you a lesson, and if you don't want to learn it, he will make you a lesson to other people. So, and I mean, I gotta say, man, it's it's a ugly world out here, man. It's a brutal world. It's tough. It can be tough out there. There's a lot of tricks out there and deception. And you don't get over this like it needs. I'm trying to put this in good words. This has to be, you need somebody who's real, who's going to tell you like it is and don't care about your daggone emotions. And just going to put it to you the way it needs to be said. Because this ain't cake and ice cream and oh, Jesus, and oh, we going to pray to God and feel good and all that emotional good stuff. The reality is harsh. So it got to be matched with a harsh truth. Because you could be dead tomorrow if you don't get this information. So get around people who telling you the daggone truth. Because it's dangerous out here. You don't want to be the next victim out here. It's dangerous. People are destroying themselves with relationships. They destroying themselves with the employment, with drugs, with sex, with all this stuff. And it's the elephant in the room, and most people ain't even teaching on it. A lot of people ain't even warning people about these end time events that are occurring right now. Like, end time Bible prophecy is in full swing, and a lot of people aren't even sounding the alarm on it. Wake up and stay around people who are warning you and who are sounding the alarm. And stop. I mean, get off your butt, man. There ain't no time to sit there and just, oh, I'm going to just chill and enjoy life, You got to, there's a balance. I mean, I'm not saying you should be suffering 24/7, but there's work to be done. You got to wake up and stay alert. I'm telling you. It ain't a time to be kind of falling asleep and not being aware and awake. This is a time to sound the shofar, to sound the alarm. Okay? Because the Most High Yah's trying to wake our people up, and He's shaking them harder and harder. And people are beginning to wake up and look for answers, and they realize the churches ain't answering nothing. Why do we keep getting shot? And I showed you why. Because y'all got the answer right there in the book of what you need to do to avoid being the next victim by these cops. They can't shoot you if you ain't around them. They can only shoot within 100 feet of them. Stay away from them. If you around them all the time, like I said, stupid places at stupid times with stupid people, you could be that's a quick way to get dead. And you don't have to if you don't have to worry about end time events if when you die, if you get killed, because that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Yeah. Yeah, man. So anyway, y'all, with that said, I gotta get ready. I gotta head out to work. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all share this video and make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube. and click the notifications bell that's next to that subscription button. And if you're on Facebook, follow me on my Spiritual Combat page, the fan page, and set up to receive the notifications first when I go live on there. With that said, y'all, appreciate y'all tuning in.